What's up guys, this is Yasmin and this is the Yazzie Diaries. So if you missed a post that I did on my social media about 5 weeks ago or so, you would know that I have been getting tattoo removal done using the PicoWay laser on my eyebrow tattoos and both the tattoos on my back. Now I'm up to session number 12 on both of these tattoos. I did have, like as I said, another tattoo on the top and one on my wrist that have already completely gone. We'll focus on the ones that most of you will know about, which is there or was there, and my eyebrow tattoo. So going back to the one on my lower back, I did that tattoo when I was 18 years old. It had no significance to me whatever. When the tattoo artist did it, he did the needling really deeply in there, so the skin was also raised. It had kind of like keloid scarred in there, so the ink was kind of trapped also inside the scar. I hated this tattoo from the very beginning, and I'd had a couple of treatments done, maybe about 4 treatments done with the old generation of laser tattoo removals. It was so horrific, so painful, so excruciating that I completely just stopped getting treatment on it done at all. Then I became aware of the Pico laser, and I'd started a couple of treatments using the first Pico laser, the Pico Shore. Then I moved on to another clinic who had the PicoWay. When I booked in those sessions, I also decided to remove my eyebrow cosmetic tattooing done. Never had a good experience with cosmetic eyebrow tattooing done. Genetically, both my parents don't have really great, thick, amazing, bushy, thick eyebrows, and also having a thyroid condition means they're quite thin. I had overplucked them when I was a teenager, and I just didn't have many there, so I thought, you know what, get them tattooed. The first place I got them tattooed at, again, I was like 19 or 20 years old, and I made a really big mistake, but it was just with a normal needle, and it just went on, and she said, oh, it's only going to last a couple of years. Well, it didn't last a couple of years. It lasted forever, and it faded from a black until this really awful grey blue colour. But to be quite honest, I just used to cover it up and put makeup over the top, and you couldn't really tell any difference, even though that shape was completely out of fashion now anyway. So I met this girl. She said to me, let me fix your eyebrows. She was doing cosmetic tattooing, feathering, and I said, don't I need to laser the eyebrow ink off first? She said, no, I can do it over the top. So I booked in the appointment, but instantly I was thinking, oh, I really shouldn't be doing this. So she did the feathering. It was kind of okay. I had dark hair at that time. It was okay. It was a little bit more pointed at the top than what I wanted, and I don't know, it was too dramatic on my face, but I just went with it. It was still better because the colouring was no longer that blue-grey colour. I wasn't in love with them. I just thought, and she always said to me, look, if you want to change this at any time, you don't need to laser it off. You can just get needling done on the top, and I put this acid on there and it'll all completely come away. So I figured, well, it's not really that permanent anyway. Then I had black hair back then, and then I went to a lighter brown, and then I went to a blonde. Another big mistake was going blonde, but that's a different story completely. So I contacted this girl and I said, look, I want this ink completely off my face because I'm now blonde and my eyebrows are thick and black, and it just looks really wrong. So she said, don't worry, come in, don't do the laser, I'm going to needling and this acid peel. I can tell you it was one of the most horrific experiences of my life. Like the skin burnt practically, and no, it did not lift the ink off completely. It just lightened what was tattooed over the top to like more of a darker grey kind of colour. It did not remove it at all. But she promised me and said, don't worry, it's fine, and we can do a lighter colour over the top. What I had in mind was like a nice light brown, you know, I still like them thicker, but just a nice light brown colour. So then I booked in again, silly me, for another tattoo, feathering tattoo. She did them, they were awful. It was awful. It was like my whole face was just covered in black ink, and I was just mortified and horrified, thinking I was shooting, and I just did not even want my face to be on anything. I was just so horrified and mortified and everything, and I was like, what have you done to me? Anyway, she gave me my money back, which was one thing, but she didn't give me money back for the removal, which wasn't even proper removal. But when I decided to book in for the PicoWay with that back laser, I said, you know what, this tattoo on my face needs to go. My eyebrows need to be fixed. Back at that time as well, I also had a consultation with Olga from Sydney Lash Brow at Bondi. on the kind of the way to Bondi Beach. She was referred to me by a cosmetic surgeon in Sydney, and she said if you ever want them done, go to Olga. She does the most amazing work. So I started following Olga on Instagram, and as well as some others, and looking at their work, thinking, what am I going to do after this? Am I going to get the implant, the hair transplanting my eyebrows? Am I going to get it refeathered? And I can completely say that Olga does probably the most natural, fine looking work on the eyebrows. She's worked with alopecia people that have no hair whatsoever, and her work is just really, really good. So I had a consultation with her back then, and she said, I need that ink completely gone off your eyebrows. It needs to completely be removed. I've regularly been getting laser removal on my eyebrows, and it's almost completely gone. I have one more session, and it'll be the last session booked in on Monday. The clinic that I was getting the laser removal done had completely closed down, and then I started going to Clean Canvas, and they are out near Campbelltown. And Daniela is the owner of Clean Canvas, and really, really thorough with her consultation. She even explained to me that because of a thyroid condition, that it will longer for the ink to come out of my body, that the tattoo on my lower back, because of the scar tissue in there, that was why it was trapped. Anyway, it has been a long process. It has been a little longer for me on these two particular because of the reasons why she explained. She was also really, really gentle. Like, we're at another clinic, they completely brutalized me. I was left scabbed. I was actually in physical pain for about a week after the cosmetic laser treatments, because they went so hard on me because it was being slower, rather than thinking that why it was taking longer because they knew that I have a thyroid condition, but rather than just going lighter on me and then using other kind of ways in which to take it out. So on my lower back tattoo, Daniela said, we'll do this change the head on the laser, and it's kind of like a rejuvenation, because that will improve the scar. And when you improve the scar, the ink will come out more freely. And I've seen a drastic result from when I've had just one treatment in with her, which didn't even brutalize me that much. The one on my lower back will probably need a little more because there is a bit more ink in there, but my one on my eyebrows, I'm going to show you some before and afters, guys, and I'm also going to show you some progress of the tattoo on my back. It honestly has completely gone. It's just a little bit of grey kind of in, and she's not paying me for this, by the way, guys. It's just what I have done from my own research to share along with you, because I know there are a lot of people who have had really bad cosmetic tattooing done, especially on the eyebrows, and mine weren't even that bad. I've seen work of them actually terrible work, and it's your face. It's not like it's your body that can cover it up, it's your face. Film that with you, and I'm also going to show you some progress of the tattoo on my back. It honestly has completely gone. It's just a little bit of grey kind of in there, and my Clean Canvas, really, really good. The PicoWay, and they're the only clinic out in far western Sydney that has the PicoWay laser. Really recommend it. Okay, so let's check it out. have returned and put on a nice little frock, because sometimes I do like to wear dresses and I like to get up dressed nicely because it makes me feel good about myself, because I'm always in active wear. You know, that's like the fit life, gym life, trainer life. That's just how it goes. You're always in active wear, and sometimes you just feel like, you know what, I'm going to just put on a frock even if I'm at home, just because it makes me feel good about myself. So I just got back from my tattoo removal done. I had no numbing cream with that. As you could see, it just went straight in for the removal. I do have makeup on right now, guys, because you know what, I do feel a little self-conscious about my eyebrows. If you haven't got that already, so I feel a little self-conscious that I don't have eyebrows, but I'm going to be re-microblading them professionally again, and I will film that for you so that I won't have to keep filling them in all the time, but we'll get to that later. So in order to re-microblade them, I had to remove them, which I've explained in the start of my vlog, which is, you know, how I've come to this point. So I had no anesthetic cream. That was the last treatment that I'll need on my brows. I'm so excited that it's finally off. Literally a clean canvas, ready to be painted again. Yeah, but painted properly, not like how it was messed up before. So, and the one on my lower back, as you saw, there were 3 lots of laser done on that. There was two goes. They were done with the PicoWay Resolve. The PicoWay Resolve is for skin rejuvenation, skin tightening, freckles, acne scarring, regular scarring, everything like that, to tighten the skin. And the third laser she went over with was the actual tattoo removal PicoWay. The reason, as I explained in the start of the vlog, why we did the PicoWay Resolve on the first 2 times is because the tattoo artist did it very, very deeply. Therefore, it raised a keloid scar and the ink was trapped inside, which no other clinic had figured out, which sucks. But it has actually flattened that scar. Therefore, the ink will release easier, hopefully. So I am booked in for another session on my back, my lower back, in September, because you need to wait at least 6 weeks for it. It is, when I was getting that done before with the old generation lasers, it was very, very painful. That's why I stopped treatments on it, because it was very, very painful. It was blister up and scab, and you would have like a big scab on your back for a month before the next treatment. It was horrific. There's no way you could do it without numbing cream at all, like no way. The new generations, they work in a different way. Rather than working like as heat like the old generations, which burn, they work with energy. So it'll go in and break away the particles of ink so that your body pretty much absorbs it. It's very also important with these lasers as well, because it encourages your body to absorb the ink and flush it out, is to stay very hydrated, drink lots and lots of water to help flush it out, or electrolytes if you don't drink a lot of water. I know it's winter and it's a little colder and it's a little harder to drink a lot of water, but try and drink herbal teas or lemon in your water or something like that, so to keep the electrolytes up and help flush all the inks out. Okay, and that's the last treatment on my brows. Yay! So then I'll be able to resume this conversation with you at a later date when I re-microblade them. More than likely it will be at where I have said before, at Sydney Lash and Brow. She does very, very nice, fine work. Beautiful, beautiful work. So guys, over and out. If you haven't given me a like and a subscribe, there will be some more issues coming up for the girlies, you know, like especially with my ordeal with getting my nails done. I never get my nails done because I'm always in the gym. They never, like, acrylics damaged my nails. I had acrylics for years because it was the only thing that really lasted on my nails, and it completely damaged my nails. So I've been off anything on my nails for 1 year now, and shellac never lasts on my nails because I'm always at the gym getting my hands and things. Literally it peels off in a couple of days. I decided to go make myself feel nice. Last week I was feeling a little bit flat, and I decided to go and get SNS because I thought it's not gel, because it doesn't last, it's a waste of money. For me, like, I know other people it works really well on, and acrylic damages your nails and you have to always then keep on doing the upkeep just to make your nails manageable. So I thought I'd just treat myself, make myself feel better and get an SNS manicure. And look what happened literally after 4 days. So that's very, very disappointing because I live such a fit and healthy lifestyle. My nails and my hair grow really fast, like epically fast. Even my hairdressers all of them hairdressers that I've had, they're going, wow, your hair grows so fast. It does. It grows really, really fast. So my nails, I think this will be the last time I even bother. I don't know. It's just like one of those things, you know, when you need a cheer me up and just go get your nails done. And that's why I put in a little dress, because when you're feeling a little bit flat, you know, you just kind of put on a little dress and get your nails done, or do your hair, or just something to make you feel nice about yourself. So there's going to be a few little other things for the girls coming up too, and including my breast augmentation story, because I have always had, since I did my breast augmentation, a lot of referrals. I refer so many people onto my surgeon in Thailand who did my augmentation. So that is going to be an upcoming vlog. And also upcoming vlog will be a makeup tutorial in 10 minutes, like speedy, zippy makeup in 10 minutes. So hootie ha guys, over and up.